Welcome. Now we are into our topic time.
Topic time, where we talk about what you think about.
Okay, so conflict can happen when family members have different views or beliefs that clash. Sometimes conflict can occur when people misunderstand each other and jump to the wrong conclusion. Issues of conflict that are not resolved peacefully can lead to arguments and resentment. It is normal to disagree with each other from time to time. Occasional conflict is part of family life. However, ongoing conflict can be stressful and damaging to relationships. Some people find it difficult to manage their feelings and become intentionally hurtful, aggressive, or even violent. So tonight on Topic Time, we are discussing managing conflict over household responsibilities and sharing the load fairly.
Topic Time.
Okay, so I have Nana Banks on the line. I have Miss Philo in the house. Myself, I'm here. You can join us with your contribution as well to 024 488 3008. Nana.
Hello, Harry.
Where does Asha work on?
Yeah.
How are you doing?
Oh, my God, I'm doing very well. How about you?
Charlie, the weather is weathering here, yeah.
Charlie, you people, how about you? Those of us in the mountains. You can only imagine.
I want to see the snow.
It's even really now. I'm carrying some in the bag. I'll bring it when I'm coming for the weekend. So that I can. So those in Those cannot see snow.
Charlie. So let's get into it. All right. What are some potential conflict areas that we generally know of in today's family life business?
Conflict areas. One area is when it comes to responsibilities. The man has his responsibility, the woman also has hers. There are usually conflicts when one, neglects or refuses to, undertake those responsibilities. The other area too is when, one also looks down upon the other. Definitely, there are going to be, conflicts. And another issue is when, one holds on to issues for long. Usually when the issues are resolved, it is believed that we let go those issues. Sometimes people also hold on to those issues for long. That can also lead to conflict. So there are a lot of areas. There's a few ones that I have at the moment.
Okay.
Yes, but key among them is when it comes to responsibilities.
Okay, so there are a few I caught up in my research as well too. One is learning to live as a new couple. Obi mia toothpaste sources of conflict in the home. The birth of a baby is also one of them. Then the birth of other children.
The first one is different.
Yes.
As they keep increasing.
Yes.
Yes. Sometimes a partner might bring, his to love my dogs. He's deaf into the marriage. It also creates conflict. So it's true.
So then there are times where you said you are going to have 3, then all of a sudden Madam is carrying number 4.
I'm a pension baby.
And you are angry with about that. Because it seems to be about children. They say a child going to school. So you want your child to go to school A, and then your wife wants the child to go to school B.
So that is where open communication comes.
So everybody does research about the negative side of each school.
So what of the positive side? So like both of you sit, then you talk.
It's very interesting because sometimes it all comes with preferences. That's what I want. This is what my partner also wants. What do we do? But I don't think we must, at least meet somewhere. Alright, otherwise I know there will always be conflict because I want my son to go to St. Saints. And I also want a son to go to St. John's. You also want their son to go to Infantile.
And then the other common source of conflict is a child becoming a young person. So how you were brought up and the discipline you went through, usually you want to transfer that to your child. Then perhaps your wife was brought up differently, so she opposes the approach you have, and that becomes another source of conflict in your home. All right?
Yeah.
Then next will be a young person becoming an adult. Those middle teenage years when they are boisterous and they talk back to you and do all sorts of things. They argue, they resist. That also creates its own kind of conflict in the family. So those are a few that I picked up. Miss Philo says she has a few ones to add as well.
So like I was talking about negotiating. You need to say to the person and you negotiate and compromise.
Now we are looking at what creates the problems.
What creates the conflict?
Yes. Where are you going that you are coming? Okay.
And the areas that you just mentioned, these are critical areas, and I love them. And practically, I wish we could even have time where we can delve into each one of them, and look at the way forward, how we can, and in such scenarios or situations, how do we settle those conflicts? And when there's time, maybe not today, we can look at this particular topic again, because I don't know. I think it's good that we look at this, because there's a lot of areas, and particularly these are things that we see or we experience them. So if there's time, another time, we can go into this again, look at the areas, then we discuss them.
We have the time. Let's start. So, learning to live together practically, how should people do that? Today, I want us to target people who are young in relationships, and even those of us who've been in for a few years, to do a refresher course in some of these.
Living together and trying to avoid conflict, it's a bit Herculean because of our individual differences, our interests, the vision that we each have for carry. Let me say our vision, because of our preferences as well. So when we meet like this, it's a bit challenging. But however, when we study each other well, when we are committed to, the relationship that we both want to build, and we bring our minds together, we openly discuss issues and all that. I believe with time, people have even stayed together for over 20, 30 years. At a point, they have the differences that they still resolve. So I believe those issues will still be there, but then when we are committed to where we want to go in the relationship, we should be able to already find solutions to whatever problem that we encounter. Because no matter what, issues will be there. But as long as we are together, you get to understand certain things. You get to know this thing that I do, my partner doesn't like. This thing I do that he likes. So then those ones that he doesn't like, next time, anytime such a thing is approaching, or I'm going towards that particular tangent, I'll know, okay, this is I do the other time. My father didn't like it, so this time they have to make sure you move away from that particular line so that it doesn't end. When they know if you should go on that same time, you know that I mean the end result already. So they move away from it. So I believe we need to be able to steady ourselves. Today, most couples or most most couples they don't steady themselves. And then I was also this lady, she sings so well. So I love her. I want to be with her.
She get the stand chat and then the Stanbic.
So the stand chat and Stanbic.
Oh yeah, stand chat and Stanbic.
Stand chat is which place?
Stand chat.
A stand chat.
Stand chat is stand chat.
Oh, okay. Then Stanbic will be the other side. Okay.
Oh. No, it should be backless and then stand chats.
Oh,
backless
and then stand
chats.
Okay.
Then I either
I'll take this.
No, me, I also. I beg you, bring me home. I beg you, bring me home.
Why are you lost? I said backless and stand chats.
My lawyer and Nadia is not here. I beg you,
backless and stand chats. So the backless is the back side, and then stand chats is the front.
Okay. So
wow, I love it.
I see. We've looked at those ones involving mostly children. Then there are changes in the family that can also take a toll on the family and contribute to conflict. Number one on the list is that separation or divorce.
Very, very.
Okay.
Yeah. As to how to take care of the kids,
the whole separation thing itself creates
a conflict.
Something to deal with, which is difficult for a lot of people. And number two, they say, is moving to a new house or country. But at least now,
is it? Are they talking about like the adaptation or how to adapt to their?
So you have used community. You have your friends living. Your children have their friends living in all these places.
Okay, let's say for instance, support, that's where we've grown.
Yes,
right.
And all of a sudden, you have to.
And don't all the time even traveling outside the country.
Amanfo, Spain.
Yeah, sometimes even when we're even transferred.
Yes.
I mean, you are living with your family in Accra. The children have their friends, the better school that they attend. And then, I mean, the parents have been transferred to a remote area where they don't have access to certain
recreational center. Nothing.
That is it. It also creates issues. There's certain movie that we watch, and we see some of these things there.
Yeah.
So it's very well, it's very true.
And then when it happens, those kids can really make you feel bad. The situations like that.
Yeah.
When it's when changing of location setting, they can make you feel very, very bad.
The next one, I actually have a friend who's giving me a rundown on that before. Traveling long distances to work. They used to be in Accra, then they moved here to Takoradi because she had to come here to come and work. And apparently, when we were in Accra, two of the children, they were very moody a lot of the time, especially the youngest. But as soon as they came here, in just a few weeks of attending another school here, that all kind of whittled down because of the change in the environment and the distance they cover now to work. The time it takes them is about less than 10 minutes. But in Accra, you probably stay in for like 30 minutes, 1 hour, something like that. So the children were always stressed by the time they were getting into school. But now you move into another area where it's not like that. And it is, yes. It's
this is very well. My personal experience, you know the distance where I am and where the family is.
Yeah.
Just yesterday, for instance, I called the children around, I go home actually late, so I called around 9. And when I called them, I called my wife, she wasn't answering the call. So I called them, and they said, they'll be sending exams next week. And that was around 9:10. They said they were going to sleep. I was like, God, I mean, we are in, how do you call it, revision week. So I expect at least you extend your learning time at least add at least additional hour just for these few days left for the exams.
Yeah.
And I was expecting that by this time at least my wife should be there. Sorry, I need to share this though. At least I was thinking my wife will be there, but at least guide them from now to the time that they'll be writing. But this time, we've given them, a target that they should do better than what they did last time. Meaning they need to put in more effort not to be able to do that. So I was like, if I wish I was there, if I'm there, I would be there. If while she's sleeping, she's tired, she needs to rest. While she's resting, I could be there with the kids. So I direct them, take them through, their books and try to help them prepare, effectively for the, upcoming or coming exams. I went for the weekend, I was in Takrade, and I saw certain things about the kids I didn't like. And because of the distance, I felt, because I am not there to provide that fatherly guidance and direction, I've seen certain things that I am not happy. So I have to complain. Alright, so the distance actually just come out. It's actually creating. I even had one or two with my wife that this I'm not happy.
Okay.
And if I'm there, I would have stand my feet, make sure this doesn't get repeated. So the distance actually it created a bit of conflict between myself and my wife, because if yesterday I wasn't happy, the kitchen was sleeping, but of course she's tired. You get it?
Yeah.
So this are things that happen when one is elsewhere, another person to another place, and things that you want to see, a certain value that you want to instill in them, you are not there, you are not getting, maybe the partner will not really buy into the idea so much. Since it's your idea, you have to explain for them to understand, buy into it, so they can even be able to push the agenda in your absence. But as you are not there, you want to see this happen, because maybe they have not 100% bought into the idea. The expectation that you are expecting is not actually there. I don't know if I'm making sense.
You are.
Yeah, so that is another issue. So the distance actually is not so good. It creates a lot of conflict.
Okay. Then the fourth one is change in financial circumstances.
Yeah. But
I think if you sit and then you talk about it, at least the conflict wouldn't be.
Well, they're talking about it, bring them out.
Oh yeah, you let the person know that now there's your financial system.
Women is about money.
No, Nana, you know that when things were okay, you were giving me enough. Let's talk about matured wife here, or understanding wife. When things were okay, you were giving me whatever, you were providing whatever we needed, you were fulfilling your responsibilities 100%, or sometimes even +1. When I say plus, it's sometimes the money that we don't ask, just have this, keep it on you in case of something like that. And now things are not financially, things start becoming rough beer. At least when you sit me down, as reasonable being as I am, I should be able to understand. So those, if I understand it, the thing is, unless you don't communicate it to me, but there are some men, they feel like they are because of they are too egoistic that they don't want you to even know that now financially they are not stable like that. That is where it will create this conflict. But if you are open enough and you sit with me, we talk about it, I will know that now daddy's financial status, if initially it was 1 Ghana, now it's 50 pesos. So we are managing out of the 50 pesos. So we cut down certain costs just to suit the whole thing.
And so there's another scenario where maybe the man also gives money. It's expected the money could be used maybe to carry the family maybe a certain maybe period, and within the period the money is finished. The entire money has been consumed or has been used. The man comes and he's not happy. He expects so much, but at least he was able to manage this. But within this short time, you do everything. What is going to come and give you a list of things? I bought this, I did this, I went to the market, tomato was this. This also create a conflict.
Okay. So now I think that's about enough of the conflict areas that generally occur in usual families. Now we are going to look at the solutions. Okay, solutions somewhat. So usually when issues come, our first angry impulse is to push the point that we are right and win the argument at any cost. Finding a peaceful resolution can be difficult, if not impossible, when both parties stubbornly stick to their guns. It helps
if that's for 1,000
well, it helps if everyone decides as a family to try listening to each other and negotiating instead. So here are a few tips on how to resolve your conflicts without involving third parties. Number one, work out if the issue is worth fighting for. In other words, try and fight fair so that you can come to a compromise which is beneficial to both of you as well as the entire family. Okay? And number two, try to separate the problem from the person. I think a lot of us are very guilty about that.
Like that one, how do you do it?
So there is an issue, and
how do you banana? That kind of thing.
It doesn't have to be so.
Okay.
You should try and take the person away from the particular problem that you are addressing.
Okay.
That makes it easy to see clearly and to also hear the other person out clearly. Otherwise, you are tagging this person for something that perhaps they've been guilty of in the past, but at this moment they are not really responsible for it, or they are not the one who is making it a conflict issue in a relationship. So if you can separate the problem from the person, it goes a long way to help. Number three, try to cool off first if you feel too angry to talk calmly. I think most of us are guilty of this one too.
Yeah.
Because sometimes you say the things before you actually realize that you have to be calm.
When you are angry, you don't talk.
Yes, but for some
but sometimes we just
for some of us, when you are angry, you have to talk.
So when you calm down and you realize that no, I said my casa certain words I shouldn't have used it.
So normally, for we the men, mostly what to do is, in such circumstances, the men will just walk out, maybe drive, go and see somewhere cool off, then they come. By the time they get home, maybe the atmosphere would have at least, cool down a little, then they come and continue whatever. But sometimes too, some men too are very reactive. They will just respond to whatever that is coming, and that is when sometimes it ends up in fist fights, sometimes even insults.
No, I brought so
should it always be like that? Like the man has to step out before he can cool down? You can be in the house, then you decide not to mind. You just and then the house
when the man is in the house, when the man is in the house, the ladies will continue to talk.
Yes,
they will continue to.
No, but the number of words we speak in a minute.
So he's trying to limit the words that he's hearing from you.
So stay in the house.
No.
Because this is where some people step out and then the unfortunate sometimes happens.
Like what?
No, I got to as well could you try beside now I question your baby now no.
No.
But sometimes
they do.
Sometimes.
But that's like extreme.
So before the person realized, because I said men are made in, then the lady will also be using that one night stand to threaten him.
In Newton's law, Newton's third law, it says that action and reaction are equal and opposite. Maybe the stretch of the argument at home gave him enough stretch to also stretch out like that.
No, right? I don't think that's true.
And then the woman. Well, when it happens like that, and the man goes out, then they go to. So where is he going to? Is he going to see the girlfriend?
Sometimes,
then they look around for is he coming back?
As concerned,
when time is he coming? Look on one pet. It's one of 2 million. It's not for it's what you look at it. For 5 minutes.
Hey, Nana.
It's good that we go out. I mean, that is what I normally do. Sometimes I go and sit at the above you, maybe go and enjoy some sea breeze. Then I come back home. Sometimes we also pretend that you're calling me back from the girl. Some people also do that, though.
And some people also do that. They just pick the phone and their old friend, they just start chatting. But don't you think when you do that, you're rather adding more salt to the
you are asking that the person stays in the house and shouldn't go out. So, this is one of the coping mechanisms for some other men. They will call somebody and try to have a chat.
They'll call a male friend, not a female friend.
Oh.
Nana,
what is wrong with the female friend?
Please, it should be a male friend.
Our aunties are females and they are friends.
Oh, no.
So, what is
that? Aunties chatting.
Do you know what you also do? You ladies, what you are not for, but then. No, I do. We could be now. We now be cream or make up that. No, they can make it.
Just to make sure that the issue is resolved. You don't go to bed with any anger
to finalize it.
Yes, because I think sex is one of the, I don't know how to put it, but one of the ways to solve issues among.
Talk to me.
It's actually the icing on the cake.
You're telling me.
To solve because
you resolve the entire issue with a very good sex, and you wake up in the morning like I see nothing even happened.
Like that, yes. So it's a way of. It's very powerful.
Okay.
Especially a good one.
The very good ones.
Yes.
Make sure that Nana to be able to I should have been here for this one.
For me, it's a pattern that I usually use. It's so good.
Okay. Let's move on. The next one is that keep in mind that the idea is to resolve the conflict, not win the argument. So sometimes, even if you have the salient point to argue your issue out, I feel sometimes you just let the other person win.
Okay, talk about the interest. Let's
in relationships, no, it's not about winning. Because about the both of you. We're not in a relationship to win. All right, so it's just about resolution or resolving whichever issue that came.
Okay.
So if sometimes even with the men, we might be the one who even say, okay, we are winning. But sometimes we even go to someone and say, okay, I'm sorry for what happened. Maybe it might not even be your fault, but be the fault of your partner. It's a way for a partner to know that, look, I am ready to settle issues and to move on. Still anxious because you have to say sorry to me. Because if you don't say so, I'm not going to. But to what end? Just for the partner to feel like, okay, I apologize. They feel say I don't feel the boss. No. It's about it's about the two of you. It's about the way you
remember, don't you think sometimes it's maturity? When you're mature, I don't think you need the other party to tell you I'm sorry before you become okay. But like both of you will just understand.
Oh yes, but in most homes, in most ways, it happens. He's still waiting me to come and say sorry.
Then it's in the case where the man feels like, no, I'm the head. I need to be respected. Where the Bible said the woman should be submissive. So she has to beg me. She has to kowtow to me by saying I'm sorry and all that.
Let's correct it once and for all. The preceding verses of that chapter of the Bible, it actually addresses both male and female, that we should submit to each other.
So
but always they use the women.
That's why I'm trying to make that correction.
No, it is never true. And you know, as in one time, what be fair, they bought to the point, and the food in the Fusia, no Conisia, news of the West Minister, spoon that it over spoon in Pono, do all that one. I tell you, no. Oh, but I'm calling and calling not to go out and on Tassie. Hey,
some favorite fish being ponanta. And Tomenami. And also cry another issue.
Pay was 7 days, but no, it's
already in the map because I know the comedy.
Harry, I know a marriage that almost, ended in divorce because of the same also. The husband felt like the wife from Tunapon.
I said no.
Why could you have a day to Tunapon? Hey, I see also.
But I think that is, you need to serve your husband. It's different. The person comes in late. The one you can even dish the food.
Yeah.
Then the person knows that, maybe it's in the microwave or it's here or that. But like if you are there and the person just came, like the normal evening, you need to serve the husband.
As you should be a napkin.
And that cut so that one of the knowledge I read the mouth.
They don't come and stand over the soup and tell you
there are some men, they will be pointing the kind of.
I have a friend. He says, as kuna the fact that our experience now who papa and see was service burning in was this basket ma. Now was a napkin nakatado. Then the food travels a distance to get to the forest.
You want to come and wage me?
You know something? You're a mistake.
Oh, Lord.
Those days you carry this food there. If you make a mistake, your fees will not be paid.
but I think those days it was fun.
It was fun.
Yes,
it wasn't fun doing it.
No, like senior father. Sometimes they.
It is today that you are adults.
There are some people what did you know? Kisho some kisho be they bells in a way. So you are not the name say you're the man. They said now we are laughing over it, but for them during that time it was normal.
Yeah. And it's 7 pound for toothpick and call bring us. Where's my toothpick? Because there's no meat cut in the teeth. You still need the toothpick.
But I don't be on the way, did he?
Where did he?
Okay. Next one, it says that define the problem and stick to the topic. I think that one we've gone through it already. The other says that respect the other person's point of view by paying attention and listening.
You should be a good listener.
We should all learn to listen.
But see, men are fond of telling women, you are fond of nagging too much and that kind of thing. Why do you have to tell me I nag?
Wait, you see, for men, a lot of things is logical. If I have done a wrong and you brought it to my attention, and I have told you that, oh, okay, I am sorry, you are right, I apologize, or whatever, move on. As soon as he said those things, what logically he wants you to do is, let's move on to the next thing that we can talk about or deal with. But for most women, listen to me. You were just talking about give me a listen. So just listen to whatever it is that I have to say. A lot of us are trained to listen to something. No, but listen, as a man, you should be a good listener. For the man, he's already concluded this in his head. You going about it over and over and again only exacerbate the fact that you are now getting me into a point of irritation. It's no irritation. So you just wait for me to finish. Then you tell me, okay, I am sorry. Let's let everything go. And on the money here. No. For some of you, even when the man has said what you just said, I am sorry. No. You see why they then go out and.
So you allow the person to, pour all out.
When he's.
Then you still tell the person, okay.
That one,
okay. I'm sorry.
It's sometimes too much for the man.
Why should it be too much for? Because
you are talking too much. Edwin.
Nana. If you love me that much, but you listen to me. Once you listen to me, then say, okay, it's okay. I'm sorry.
It's not the nagging, it's not the talking plenty that will actually, make the man, how do you call it, rescind the decision or agree to finally, apologize for what would happen. Just make the point straight to the man. No, we don't look at everybody.
We are the talker.
When we get to that point, they just summarize everything for us. We beg you. Just do the same way for us. Then it's what we are. You say what I want to say. Then we end the day.
Okay. So the listening bit. It means we should try. Says try. Don't interrupt the other person while they are speaking. Okay. I know of a couple. I think I've told that story before. The man is the type who is very defensive and has a louder voice than the woman. Usually it should be the other way around. Good. And so when there is an issue and the woman is verbalizing, this man will shut her in her traps just like that, so that he says a few things, then the woman becomes emotional. Sometimes she's crying, and it's as if he's won the argument. Then they move on. Good.
Because the woman is crying.
Yes. So I stayed with them for a while, and one day she came home very unhappy. Usually she was the one coming home early. Then so I went to her in the kitchen and asked what's happening. Then she, even me, when she was telling me the story, she was crying. So when she finished, I told her, I'm going to tell her something. Remember, at this point I wasn't married. so I told her that, look, I think I know how to solve this for you, but it's still going to depend on you to solve it. Since you are unhappy with what he did this morning, and you have carried it through the afternoon into the evening to the house, and even as you are cooking, it's still with you, it means it's a big problem for you. So they were very early in their marriage, barely a year or two. And so I told her that, look, when he comes, his routine is normal. He'll come into the hall, sit, remove his shoe and socks, watch TV a while before he goes upstairs with his good. So as soon as he comes and he goes through those motions, she should just come around and tell him that he wants to speak. She wants to speak to him right now. She did as the man came over. And initially he was defensive, didn't want to. So she insisted that, look, with a stern face, I'm serious, please come. We need to talk right now. So when they had the chat, I had told her that when she's telling him while she's not happy about what he did, and he tries to talk, which I know he would, as soon as he tries to talk, she just raised her hands and pointed to his face and tell him that, look, I am not done. Keep quiet and listen to me and let me finish. And make sure there is a certain tone to it like that. So she did exactly that. In like 20 minutes, Opana comes down. As soon as he sees my face, he says, look, Kofi's the best person you put pardon. I'm saying, you put pardon, you're going, my friend. So we hop into the car. Was in Accra. We left Akuku Photo, went all the way to Dansuma Roundabout. Nobody was talking in the car. So I decided to break the whole silence and asked him, Charlie, Charlie, no, I feel as I am. No, I feel castle. I'm not saying the music. I shock but Masna Misha, I don't know we are in a pain. No, you're fine. No, you're fine. Because me say I catch and there. Sorry, it's my catch and sorry, but me too. Genuine the my boyfriend there. Why can we be accounting? Or do me the whole? Since I hear you know, my mother. So it pays to know the person you're dealing with and how to go about some of these conflict issues. I think I will take the last one. It says that communicate your side of the story clearly and honestly. It goes a long way to help. So 2 minutes for you, Nana, to conclude. 2 minutes will also be for Miss Philo to conclude. Nana, you first.
Okay, I will also add that we should also learn to show appreciation to our partners. There are certain partners when a partner does something, difficult that you see the partner appreciating or showing support to what the partner did. I believe it's one thing that when we do or we inculcate such a habit, it helps also reduce the number of conflict that we have, in our relationships. And lastly, I also believe that conflict, I believe conflict, when it's properly, resolved, will rather strengthen the bond between the partners. That way, to find a better way to resolve issues between us and the children. And I believe that can help us to build a very beautiful and very healthy family.
All right. Yes, Miss Philo.
Okay, so like one way we can also avoid conflict is by respecting each other's opinion.
Okay.
You need to respect the person and then be kind to each other. Say, no, you're kind towards you. You shouldn't be the opposite. Do you get it? And then you should be willing to compromise. When there are issues, you find a mutual way of resolving it and that stuff. And then you need to show self-reflection. Is it when the thing has happened, you need to ponder over it, your actions. You might have used some vulgar words and all that. You just think over it, you go over it. Then the next day, you just walk up to your partner, then you apologize for peace too. And I think when you do this, we'll be able to overcome these little things.
Okay. Oh, goodness. I really enjoyed this conversation on our topic time tonight. Okay, listeners, you've been listening to Topic Time on the Orange Lounge. We've been looking at managing conflict over household responsibilities and sharing the load fairly. I did this with Nana Barnes. Nana Barnes is a business consultant, and Miss Philo is a teacher and a very fast typist. I just found out that today. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
Yes. He's a very, very fast typist. Yes. So I'm adding it to that.
We will organize Guinness Book of Records for you.
Okay. All right. So that is it for us on Topic Time. Thank you, Nana. Thank you, Miss Philo. Thank you, listeners, for your company. We'll be back next week with another topic on Topic Time.
Topic Time, where we talk about